The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Now he'll look to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on fourth down.
That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first.
Now throwing on first down here. Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Second and 8 coming up. Second down, Howell back to pass.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on second and 3. Howell got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. Do you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw on second and 10. Howell. And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. It's King, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
To throw on second down, Johnson. Looking to get it to Ward, intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. The 20. 5. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down. King. And out across midfield down to the 45.
40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a handoff up the middle. It's King. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith,
28 yards.
and the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Second down. Howell now.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Howell throwing on third down here.
Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So first and 10 now from the 30. A give right side now to Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on second and 16.
Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, 36 yards.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's second and 6.
Off play action. Johnson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Somebody thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Up the middle they go. It's King.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's King.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up the 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Johnson to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's King.
And he'll be brought down at at the 27.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Johnson on 1st and 10.
Oh, Brown, a nice catch.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Up the middle they go. King. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. King. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howe.
And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
On 1st down, Howe.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Right back to him on first down.
95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly get them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, falling to the lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go with Williams.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
This pass is caught by London.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he's got some space here. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 18. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run again with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the one.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And this time he is in. Yes. Kareem Hunt taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. And caught by London. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's King. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Johnson now on 3rd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 76 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a 1st down. They'll go play action. Howell. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. and that one was picked off.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They run the counter. It's King, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Looking to throw. Johnson. Out route pass complete to Goddard. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Johnson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now Johnson to throw on 2nd down. Goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. On 1st down, King. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another quarter.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Howell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Washington, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.